So 300,000 as a good benchmark for a county, and then 60,000 as a good benchmark for a town. That is typically where we'd start the conversation. Before I jump into the weeds of this, right, because we've got kind of these two markets, there's Amarillo and then Houston. Have you guys spent any time thinking about where you'd like to start your first campaign? Is it going to be in Houston, or did you want to go somewhere in the other market as kind of a first effort?
I would definitely say Houston.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's smart. Okay. So Houston, 4.7 million people there, obviously a giant area, and that's all in one county. So some easy tools that you can play around with. I'm just going to go Houston towns list population. We don't have to do this, by the way, but this is some of the stuff that I'm going to start thinking about. Okay. So I can come into Houston. I can actually break, because it's so big, I can actually break it down into some of the subcategories that are in there. Right. So I see a couple like the Woodlands, 116,000 people, Sugarland, 118. And as you can see, like if we wanted to, if we were following those guidelines that I just gave you, we could literally come in here and break off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We could have 11 campaigns that would exist just for these towns. Now, if that's not enough, we can also go down to the zip code level, right? And I'll pick the Woodlands just because that was top of the list here. So the Woodlands zip codes population. And that's going to give me a rough list, right? And there's some pretty big zip codes, right? We got some 35,000 populations in there, 34, 23, 11, 19, blah, blah, blah. But I'm bringing this up just to say that there is a world where you want to get really tight geographically to have a tight campaign that matches whatever strategy that you're after. Now, for the purposes of today, we're not going to go down to the zip code level. That's a little too deep. We'd spend the next 6.5 hours probably talking about that. But I bring this up because some of the things that you should be thinking about over the next couple months as we really start to develop these campaigns is like, what's been the feedback in this market? Can I get more out of a particular area? Do I not want as much out of a particular area? Because we can always zoom in and we can always zoom out. There's always various ways to do that. And whenever we zoom in and target a tighter geographic area, our strategy should reflect that geographic area itself.